I'm Mike. She's Dev.
Hi.
We're Music for Busy People.
Yeah.
We're going through the Rush album from 1978, Hemispheres. We're finishing it up today. We're doing the last song on side 2. It's called La Villa Strangiato.
Strangiato.
This one's an instrumental. I think it's their first ever instrumental, like entirely instrumental. I mean, we've heard one of theirs instrumentals already. That's because we did a later album of theirs. We did YYZ off of Moving Pictures. But this was their first entirely instrumental piece.
Okay.
Not only are we going to be listening to the studio version, we're going to be listening to a live version from the Pinkpop Festival, Netherlands, 1979. Because that's what people voted for. The subtitle is an exercise in self-indulgence. So it should be fun.
Can I have that subtitle attached to my name somewhere?
Sure. This, from what I can tell, this is a fan favorite, so I'm looking forward to it.
Awesome.
It's based on the strange city of Alex's brain, because he used to have nightmares when they were on tour, and he would tell like these crazy stories. So I think this is supposed to represent some of his crazy dreams.
Huh.
So it should be interesting. Now, the title is weird because I don't think it sounds Italian, right? It sounds like it means the strange village or the strange villa or something like that. But I don't think that's how you say that in Italian. The word for strange would be strana. So it would be like La Villa Strana. So Strangiato just sounds better, I guess. But I don't think that's a real word. This was developed in rehearsals prior to the album. I think it's the only song that came out of those rehearsals that they were doing beforehand. And the goal was to do it in a single live performance, even though it has many parts. So they gave themselves quite a challenge. They recorded it for like 4 days straight and did about 40 takes, I read. In the end, I guess they, though, had to put it together from, I think, 3 different takes. They couldn't get one take that they were totally satisfied with every little part of it.
Just like having a chef's kitchen. You know, you're working on one recipe, so you have to repeat it. Like, no, this isn't right. No, this isn't right. Pinch more salt. Something. What do they call it when they roast the beef in the pastry? What the hell is that called? It's a classic recipe.
It's called filet classico.
No, what?
It's a really challenging, I'm sure, to play. It has like 12 parts or something. They're all pretty short, though. So listen to the titles of these parts. This ought to be interesting. Buenas noches, mein Freunds. To sleep, perchance to dream. Strangiato theme. Okay. A Lurkst in Wonderland. Monsters. The Ghost of the Aragon. Danforth and Pape, which I believe is a busy intersection in Toronto. The Waltz of the Shreves. Then there's Never Turn Your Back on a Monster.
Right.
Then the reprise of Monsters. Then the reprise of the Strangiato theme. And then it finishes off with A Farewell to Things. So this might get a little silly. I don't know. It seems like it's going to be fun.
Sounds like a proper dream, though.
Mm-hmm.
Twisty, turny, nightmarish dream, possibly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now, before we get into it, I just wanted to play a small little sample from part of the song. The Monsters part was adapted from a piece called Powerhouse, which was a 1937 jazz instrumental by the Raymond Scott Quintet. And I think you might recognize it because it's used a lot in cartoons. Oh yeah, I know this. Mm-hmm. This is definitely cartoon music. I think I know this part too, yeah. Oh yeah, they used to play this in like Looney Tunes and other cartoons. Whenever there was an assembly line or a conveyor belt or something. That was the appetizer. Now on to the main event. La Villa Strangiato, an exercise in self-indulgence.
Give me the meal.
Final song on Hemispheres.
Yeah. Oh, yay. And
That was it, like a little
yeah.
cute little intro. Kind of feels dreamy. It's cool, the drums are fading in. Still feels like an intro though. I guess this is the main theme. Still has an overture type of feel to it. It's like alternating 4/4 and 3/4. Doesn't feel like a nightmare. Coast powerhouse. Cool. Ooh, we're in the jazz club now. Big band drum. Back to the original theme. Wow. That was pretty awesome.
That's a ride. What do you do when you're listening to that? Like, one would think, like, I'm thinking about mechanical things. I want to build something. I want to sew something. I want to get under a car and change oil.
I don't know. That had a lot of different styles in it. There was like some big band stuff, some classical guitar, jazz, a little funk at the end maybe there. So it was.
They were making a very complicated martini.
That was a wild ride.
Apparently, I just need to make a recipe for something.
I feel like that should be the soundtrack to like a thrill ride or something.
Yeah.
You go into different rooms and like a different part of the song plays or whatever.
Escape room.
You can have that idea for free, Rush. So that song was like 9.5 minutes or something. It didn't feel that long at all. Well, you heard the cartoon music in there. Some legal action was eventually taken because they didn't give credit to the artist, and we've seen that before. But it turns out that the statute, by the time they took legal action, the statute of limitations had run out.
So old.
But
it's like 50 years, right?
But Raymond Scott was still alive, so they ended up giving him some compensation anyway because they just felt it was the right thing to do.
wonder how
even though
many
they didn't
times that
legally
happened
have
to
to.
him.
Well, that did not disappoint. That was a lot of fun. And now we're going to. I can't wait to see them play this live. That's going to be impressive. So we're going to, like I said, in this video, we're going to be listening to the Pinkpop Festival in the Netherlands.
Which sounds fun.
I had a survey about which live version we should listen to.
Thank you,
Now,
voters.
thank you.
voters.
Sure, thank you for voting. And now some people said that that's not a full version. So a lot of people were like, "Oh, don't do that version because it's not a full version." So we're going to do two versions, not in this video, but in the next video we're going to do Cleveland 2011 version because I guess that's the full performance. So that'll be in our next video. But for now, you get this. From 1979 Pinkpop Festival, the Villa Strangiato live.
We shall see them young.
Yes.
Their youth.
Yes.
I like their youth.
In all their youthful exuberance.
Oh, not a lot. I just was foolish and I hit it. This was the doctor, as a matter of fact. He diagnosed it as mental
looking well.
retardation. You think it's all right?
I think it's going to be all right, yes. Got a little ulcerated gynecopolis there.
Oh, yes. Yes, the septalopus also is a little...
Yeah, it's healing, though. It's healing.
This finger
banged
canceled
it
3
hard.
shows on this tour.
It's fun watching young bands mess around.
Had I been alive back then, I totally would have dug them. I would have been that groupie.
Switch to jazz guitar.
Such a different experience watching them do it.
Definitely.
It's almost hypnotic. I got some hair envy right now.
Yeah, really.
Beef Wellington. This is how they do it.
Nice.
That was their Beef Wellington recipe.
Sounds like they're going into 2112 now. It's a fun song. I bet
Yeah.
they enjoy playing it.
I really like watching them play.
If some of you are wondering why she yelled Beef Wellington in the middle of the video, we were talking about how this was a mixture of all different little bits, and she was saying it's like that dish, and she couldn't think of what it was called.
It's when somebody is creating a recipe, like a recipe from scratch. They have this idea and they can't find, they're going to source it from all sorts of other things, but they have to try it again and again and again to get the right kind of pastry puff and the right kind of sauce that's supposed to go with the seasoning and the right cut of beef. Like all those things have to go into making a song like that. It's a labor of love. No wonder they did it 30, 40 times.
They're determined men. They're very determined young
they're
men.
disciplined.
Yep.
Which is attractive.
That's part of why we love them.
Yep.
Well, thank you for joining us for that.
Yes, all of our rushies.
And thank you to our patrons.
Thanks, patrons.
If you don't know who our patrons are, those are those wonderful people that sign up on our Patreon. If you'd like to join them or just check it out, here's the information.
Get other content.
We have exclusive videos there and other fun things. Hope to see you there. If you'd like to leave us a tip, you can do so with PayPal or the thanks button in some of our videos. Any donations of $5 or more will be recognized in our next video. And as always, we need your subscription. Most of you don't subscribe, but if you want to do us a favor, if you like us and you want to see us succeed, please subscribe because it helps the channel out a lot. And keep on with those comments. They're very entertaining and often informative. And yes.
Often?
Yes.
Yes.
But they're inspiring as well. So thank you for that. If you want to like the video or share it, that can help as well. So we appreciate it. Even though we've wrapped up the Hemispheres album, we're still going to do one more video of some live stuff. So in the next video, we're going to be doing The Trees, Xanadu, and La Villa Strangiato.
Interesting.
Okay, now Xanadu. Let me just explain about the Xanadu part. So we did a reaction to Xanadu live from Exit Stage Left. Then people told me, "Hey, you didn't use the right soundtrack. Plus, they do it together with The Trees. Some people were missing that. So we're going to do a new reaction to The Trees, and then I'm going to splice in our previous reaction to the Xanadu from the same performance, so it'll seem like one seamless performance. We're going to instantly change outfits and be teleported back in time, but we'll have one continuous reaction using the proper soundtrack and all that kind of fun stuff. And then we're also going to do, because people told me that this wasn't a full version of La Villa Strangiato, we're also going to do that from Cleveland 2011. So that's our next video. So until we meet again, stay safe, enjoy your music, and we'll see you next time.